I never thought I'd amount to a hill of beans.
Kurt Vonnegut probably wouldn't have wanted a classically structured obituary. His life's work, 14 novels, short stories, plays, essays, left-wing screeds, and random musings, was much too quirky, too filled with scatological humor, cosmic coincidences, and self-admitted sci-fi mumbo-jumbo for him to have enjoyed stately induction into the great pantheon of American writers. So here's the Cliff Notes version.
I was born in 1922.
And he joined the army in World War II. Taken prisoner in Germany, Vonnegut survived by pure chance, the kind of indiscriminate stroke of fate he later made a career out of conjuring, the firebombing of Dresden by Allied planes, a hell-on-earth experience that flattened the city and killed 25,000 people. The horror of the war never left Vonnegut. It figured prominently in his books, most famously Slaughterhouse-Five, which, like other of his works, made it to the big screen.
He drew explicit parallels between his experience in World War II, witnessing the destruction of the German city of Dresden by Allied forces, and the American involvement in Vietnam. And that's one of the reasons why it was so popular, and it's also one of the reasons why it was a very, very radical book in its time.
Vonnegut thought Richard Nixon was not evil, just mean, and that Ronald Reagan was old-fashioned, ignorant, provincial, and dangerous. Such views made Vonnegut a countercultural icon and ultimately propelled the author himself to the big screen.
Hi, I'm Kurt Vonnegut.
His early work in science fiction brought little acclaim until the publication in 1963 of Cat's Cradle, a story of Earth's destruction that became a cult classic. By the late 70s, Vonnegut was rich and irrelevant, the subject of other people's books, a sacred cow of the New York literary scene. He once said, any New Yorker you've met once, you get to call your friend. He then listed his New York friends and asked if anyone wanted an introduction.
American male writers have done their best work by the time they're 55, and then it's pretty junky after that.
But Vonnegut kept at it and persisted in his unique brand of despondent leftism.
The bad news is that the Martians have landed in New York City and have checked in at the Waldorf. The good news is that they only eat homeless men, women, and children of all colors, and they pee gasoline.
Vonnegut, who failed at suicide 23 years ago, said 34 years ago that he hoped his children wouldn't say of him when he was gone, he made wonderful jokes, but he was such an unhappy man. So I'll say it for them. Kurt Vonnegut was 84. In Washington, James Rosen, Fox News.